All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Lucent Truth, and we are the Lucent Troupe. Starting with above me, Carbon X. Say hello to everyone, Carbon. Okay. And below me, King 81, a.k.a. Arsenal Beats. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all? It's a good day, really good.
And I am your gracious host, G-flux The Great, coming back to you.
All hell. All bow down.
G-flux the Magnificent. And today we're going to do a trailer reaction video. Because other than Carbon X, who's Generation Z, myself and King 81, we were born in the 80s, so we grew up watching the original Ninja Turtles. So we have a special place in our hearts for Ninja Turtles. It's something that we really loved, and I think you even like Ninja Turtles, don't you, Carbon X?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so this is going to be the latest entry into the Ninja Turtles IP or franchise. And so we're going to watch the trailer, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. Does anybody have anything to say before we watch the trailer?
Turtle power.
I mean, it's going to be hard to innovate after doing the show for what, like, I've been doing this thing almost like 20 years now or something like that, close to that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Ninja Turtle shows. It's
hard to make something really new that stands out compared to all the other shows. So
I agree.
I don't know, man.
All right, so let's get started. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna try playing it again. Yeah. I'm gonna play it again. Let's see what happens. It seems like the last time I played it, it locked up. So we'll see.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Stay still. Stay still.
Now. Oh! Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? What the heck are those things? They look more like little Shreks to me. Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Oh my God! Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like, it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
It's nice, right? It's ooze.
Oop. Yeah. All right, guys. That's the trailer. Before we really get into it, I'm gonna get some basic information here. The movie is gonna be directed by this man here. His name is Jeff Rowe. And some of the other things he did, he was more of a writer. This might be his directorial debut. I'm not sure. This might be his first time directing. But it looks like
Gravity Falls isn't bad story-wise.
Yeah, it looks like he did some writing for the Mitchells and the Machines, which I've heard good things about. I just haven't seen it yet. And he did writing for Gravity Falls, which I did like. I haven't finished this series. I want to go back and finish it. I just haven't gone back to doing it. But what I have seen of Gravity Falls, I really liked. So he seems like he might know what he's doing when it comes to animation, and particularly with writing animation. Next, there's a lot of big names in this. We have Seth Rogen as Bebop, Jackie Chan as Splinter, Rose Byrne. I've seen her face. I never knew who she was. She plays a character named Leatherhead. Maya Rudolph, I've seen her in a few things. She plays a character named Cynthia Utrom. Ice Cube plays Superfly. John Cena plays Rocksteady. Ayo Edebiri plays April O'Neil. Post Malone plays Ray Fillet. Giancarlo Esposito plays Baxter Stockman. He's a pretty good actor. You see him in a lot of things. Ant-Man himself, Paul Rudd, plays Mondo Gecko. And one of the most interesting things about this rendition is they're actually going to have real teenagers play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I got this from the Variety magazine, and it looks like Micah Abbey, Shannon Brown Jr., Nicholas Cantu, and Brady Noon will voice the roles of Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Raphael. Before we get really into it, we'll get to that stuff later. I'm gonna keep it here, but just overall thoughts, because this is actually my first time seeing the trailer. I didn't want to watch it before we did this, and I know you've already seen it, Orlando, because you're the one who recommended doing this.
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
So, Carbon X, is this your first time seeing it, or did you watch it before the podcast?
That's the first time seeing it.
Okay, so what's your first impression, your first thoughts?
Yeah, the visuals are definitely good. I like to kind of go in there, like you said, the Spider-Man kind of route. That's definitely a good choice to make. So I definitely like that. It's definitely, at least I watch some like the older Nickelodeon shows they used to make, so the voices just kind of seem kind of off to me. Like they always kind of sound kind of older, at least in some of the older shows.
I was just about to say,
but it's like to me the voices just kind of feel off because I feel they sound younger than teenagers in my opinion. And kind of
I think that all of them sounded pretty good except for Donatello. He sounds too young.
No, Raphael. Raphael. I'm like Raphael's not supposed to sound. He's supposed to be more of this rough, rugged voice.
No, that's that later crap that people have done for Raphael, where he's bigger than all the other turtles and stuff like that.
I prefer that. Than,
I'm just saying they all sounded like teenagers around 13, 14, 15 years old, except for Donatello. He sounded like he was like 7 or 8 years old. That was my only gripe as far as the audio that I saw. What about you, King 81?
As far as like how I'm feeling like with the look and feel and stuff like that, I'm feeling it, man. The art style, it's a new take. I love the direction, man. Even with the acting as well too. With the with the turtles, it gives me the vibe of like the Goonies. Yeah. And like those kid adventure type movies like that, it captures that vibe of that, man. And it was an interesting take, and we're seeing a whole bunch of different takes on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as way back, and also even with this one, man, it's I don't know, it's just that adventurous kid type thing, and also it's interesting to see what direction they're gonna take on this and all. But I mean I'm excited, man. So
I think that
at first I was kind of like okay, what's going on? But now after seeing okay, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, artistically, I like the direction that they're going in. They're going for like a loose pastel type of look over 3D art, which I'm glad they're doing, because one of my biggest gripes about 3D animation, really ever since Toy Story came out, is that everything looks like plastic. The characters look like plastic toys. Now it kind of worked for Toy Story because there's toys that have come to life, right? But Pixar particularly, I've never particularly cared for Pixar style. So when Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse came out, and they put like the 2D type painted textures on it, and they even like took they turned the frame rate down, or they took some frames out to make it look more like stop motion animation. It just has a more stylistic feel to it, and I think this is a much better look than the that 3D animated Turtles movie that came out that was supposed to be a sequel to the first 3 Ninja Turtle movies. That when it came out, it might have been in the early 2000s. I like that one, but I think this is a better look, and I personally don't mind the younger versions of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think the teenage part fits more, whereas in the Michael Bay movies, man, I guess they were like in the more like 18, 17, but they were like all gigantic and slimy looking. I haven't even seen those movies. I just refused to watch them. I was like, this isn't Ninja Turtles. I just refused. It was like Transformers. It was that style, and I guess so because it's the same director who did Transformers. Just everything's dark and gritty. I was like, it's not Ninja Turtles, man. No, I take that back. I don't mind dark and gritty for Ninja Turtles because I thought the first Ninja Turtles movie was kind of dark and gritty, but it still has some like levity to it because the turtles themselves were funny. So I don't mind dark and gritty, but you know what? Those Turtles movies weren't dark and gritty. It was flashy. Those Michael Bay Ninja Turtles. It was too flashy looking. I was like, so I wasn't feeling that. I haven't even seen them. I just refused to watch them. But I think this is a breath of fresh air. Although I will agree that, they've been doing Ninja Turtles for since the 80s. It's like, let's do something new. Let's do something interesting. So I am going to go see this just so we can review it because there's some nostalgia attached to it.
And I will be there.
Yeah. So we'll definitely go see this one. But I think the only thing there's a couple other things I didn't like that we'll get into, but definitely Donatello's voice sounded a little too kiddie, especially considering the fact that I think Michelangelo is actually the youngest turtle. So I don't know why they would have Donatello sound the youngest that way. I mean, he sounded like a 7 or 8 year old kid rather than like a 13 or 14 year old kid. So that kind of threw me off. Anything else you guys want to say?
I don't know. Not a whole lot.
Huh?
I don't have a whole lot.
Hey, Caleb, you coming in kind of muffled.
I said I don't have a whole lot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to some of the controversies related to this. And one of the biggest things people are talking about is April O'Neil.
Yeah, they did miss a splinter. You're right.
April O'Neil. We're not gonna get too political with this, guys, but I think it's worth mentioning because this is a big departure from how the character has traditionally looked. And it's not that they haven't race swapped April O'Neil before, because she has been shown to be a black girl, and I think in another cartoon series.
I want to say it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think Rise of the Turtles or something like that. I believe she was.
Yeah. Here's my problem with this. 'Cause I'm trying not to be political, so I'm going to try and keep it somewhat as sanitary as I possibly can. She's unattractive. She's unattractive. It's an unattractive
Brian, you missed something else too.
Huh?
They're keeping the turtles the same, but it's like, isn't that kind of like, if you change the characters, like, doesn't that destroy the artist's original representation of the character, the original way he wanted the character to be? Aren't you kind of like destroying the original interpretation of the author?
I'm not as worried about them race swapping her because she's a second tier character. You know what I'm saying? Like, them race swapping Superman, like, okay. Like, all right. When you start race swapping second tier, I mean, I don't really care. I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? One guy made a joke though. He was like, when you look at all the redheaded characters in like popular media, they always get replaced by black characters. There's like a whole list of like, if you got red hair, you're probably gonna be replaced by a black character. I thought that was funny.
But isn't red hair people kind of rare anyway? What the world?
I mean, but that's not the point. The point is that she's a second tier character. She's not a main character. I don't care if they race swap her. You know, it's not a big deal to me. My thing is, why they have to make her fat and why they have to make her unattractive. April O'Neil's always been like a bombshell. She's always been,
that's a part of her character. Yeah,
she's either been cute if she's playing a younger version of if it's a younger version of her, or she's attractive. And they made her like this egg-shaped, tubby little. I mean, I don't like I get it, representation and all that, but it's just like, okay, one thing has remained the same. She's either cute or attractive. So I don't.
She's definitely not keeping up with the turtles. I can say that she's not keeping up with the.
She's not.
What's happening.
What I don't get is the actress they have playing her voice. Right. This I can't remember her name. I think she's Nigerian or something like that. She's not a bad looking woman. She's not bad.
Yeah, they can give a character that represents the actors. Yeah, that's just kind of a disservice to the actors. Yeah.
She's not a bad looking woman, and she's fit. She's in shape.
Why do they have to disservice an actor like that? You're right.
So how do we go from this to this? And I'm not saying the characters always look like the voice actors, because they don't. But it's just like, we all know there's a weight problem with African American women to begin with. Yeah,
it could be a stereotype. Yeah, it could be said as a stereotype too. Yeah.
Why would you want to promote this? Why would you want to promote this? If anything, we need to be helping African American women think better about their health and their weight. Why promote? This one guy made a really funny joke on Twitter. He was like, this April O'Neil looks like she says the word misogynoir every 5 seconds. I was like, oh my god. But anyway, I thought we should bring it up because it is a big controversy. It doesn't concern me that much. I really don't care that much. But it's one of those things where it's like, all right, if I did not care about Ninja Turtles, like if I like a Ninja Turtles, you know, and I like the style that they're going with, it's enough to still keep me in it. But let's say this was Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles, which I did not watch. If they put a fat unattractive April, you know, I definitely wouldn't watch that. I was like, I've never.
Michael Bay would not do that. I'm sorry. Michael Bay would not do that. I'm sorry.
Michael Bay had a hot April O'Neil.
Well, that's a part of his movie requirement.
It was like Megan Fox. He had Megan Fox's April O'Neil. Her last name is literally Fox. She's a fox. I mean, I don't know. It's unattractive. I'm not saying that unattractive people can't be characters. I'm just saying it's not what the character usually it's not what she's usually represented as far as her looks. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a big deal to me, but it's also like, all right, we see what you're doing. You're pushing this, and it's like you didn't have to push it this way. You really didn't, you know. But yeah. So any other thoughts on Fat April O'Neil?
We need to go back to that Splinter design. That's what
we'll get to that. But I wanted to get you guys' take on this before I move on.
So my take, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I didn't realize, you know, she was like this because like a lot of the clips was moving by pretty, you know, fast. And I didn't go through and like, you know, pausing and stuff like that.
So did you see her in the trailer though? Did you not?
I saw her in the trailer.
Did you know?
Did
you know it was April O'Neil?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
I seen like the other, say like on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you know they had a black April in there.
No, I'm saying in this one, when you saw the trailer, did you say, "Hey, that's April O'Neil"?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I knew.
So you recognize that?
It's like what I was. Yeah,
I didn't realize that was April. What do you mean?
Before.
Yeah. Well, Caleb didn't recognize it, but see, I don't even like. I notice people have problems with the fact that they race swapped it. That's not my problem. I don't have a problem with them.
I can't even recognize the character. That's the problem. It's like to me. I'm like, that's a whole different character. Who's well is this? Ain't April no more.
Yeah,
the only reason I can even kind of tells April because she has a yellow jacket on. If she didn't have a yellow jacket on, I'd be like, who's well is this character? This ain't April. This is just a random person.
Well, you know, yeah, I'm glad they put the yellow jacket on because that's
the only way you can recognize that she's April. That's the problem. Like you can race swap a character, and still make a character kind of still stay the same character. You know, like, I still see this character.
Like Starfire, like they race swap Starfire in the Teen Titans live action show. She's a black woman. And she has red hair, by the way. She's a black woman, but she's still very attractive. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying is like, okay.
At least you can still tell Starfire, though.
You're race swapping her, which is already going to cause some controversy. But you're race swapping her, and you're also making her fat and unattractive. And it's just like, all right. I mean, I like why? Like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look at her. Like, she didn't even have like an hourglass shape. She just looks like an egg. Like, what's going on? You know, I mean, I don't get it. You know, she looks like an egg. I mean.
I guess it's one of those things too, where it's like
the only way they're going to be able to make this redeemable is that she's going to have to be like really funny.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can see it working.
That's thing too. Like characters like this, like most of the time, you just the most famous characters in general. Most of the time, characters who are like this to be funny or they have to have some super crazy personality. They don't have a stand-up personality. They're not making people's favorite characters. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't mean it in a messed up way. But just look at like the list of the most top 100 favorite characters, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
But to be fair, though, this actress, Ayo Edebiri, I guess that's how you pronounce her last name. She's not a foundational Black American. She does not have a foundational Black American last name. But she is a comedian. Now, I don't know how funny she is. I've never seen any of her work. So maybe she's going to make the character really funny, and that will kind of make up for the fact that she's fat and unattractive. And I know we're going to get some pushback on this, but I don't care. Like, look, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see this. Like April O'Neil's supposed to be hot. She's supposed to be hot. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'll move on. The other problem I had when it comes to the visuals is this Splinter.
Yeah. Oh my God. Nah.
I don't like this more than I like. I hate this more than I hate Splinter.
I got something to say. I understand this man's a rat, but it's like, bro, they really got this man look like a rat. Like, look at his nose, bro. Like, what the heck? The same roast this man.
Like,
it's like an old man. What hairstyle is he rocking right now, bro?
I don't get old wise master from this. You know what I get? I get.
This is like a goofy janitor, bro. What do you mean?
I get 80s janitor who listens to rock music, and you know who's a slacker who did nothing with his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a bad design. I'm sorry, bro.
Who just sits in the basement drinking beer, you know, on his days off and watching MTV 80s music. That's what I get.
He looks like they put this in the AI generator or something.
I know. It's not a good design. And I like the overall art style and aesthetics of going, but who designed this? This is not.
It does not work well on him.
It doesn't look like Splinter. It doesn't. I don't get Splinter. This looks like Splinter's deadbeat cousin. That's what this looks like. You know,
they never feel like a rat. Like it's kind of like a moose.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna go see the movie. Seth Rogen, I think, is a pretty funny guy. I hope it's I'm hoping for the best. I'm not totally knocking this. I'm not totally knocking the movie. I'm just saying these two things are somewhat concerning. Because usually when you do this, usually when you race swap a character, usually when you make them fat, and usually when you make them unattractive, they could be pushing stuff. I mean, instead of niggas making a good story, they could be pushing. It's pushing stuff in there. It's pushing stuff in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd rather see that than that rat, bro. I don't know what that is, bro.
And well, this right here, it's just bad design. Like, what were they thinking? I mean, maybe they're going a different direction with Splinter. I don't know, but
that's the wrong direction. That ain't even just the direction. That's the wrong way, bro. They're going backwards with that one, bro.
It is, you know. But guys, I think go back here. I'll mute it. Overall, I'm not excited, but I'm intrigued. I'd like to go see it.
And then if the story's bad, at least you got something really good to actually look at the entire time. Okay, that's the one good thing they can start doing. If the movie's gonna be bad, give me something good to look at for the hour. You know, that's the one thing that we're gonna get. It's something that is gonna be good to look at.
Yeah,
that's the one promise they can offer you.
Yeah, because again, I like the overall style, even though I don't like some of the art direction choices they went to with some of the characters, particularly April O'Neil and Splinter. But overall, man, I'm liking the painted looking style. I like the designs of the turtles. Yeah, they're not all slimy looking like how Michael Bay's look. It looks fun. It looks like it might be a lot of fun. You know,
and I kind of get a little bit of Sausage Party vibes too, especially when Raphael's like that little shot with him talking and stuff. It kind of reminds me of that. I don't know. It's just
go back to that Master Splinter.
Yeah, I've never seen Sausage Party.
Brian, go back to Master Splinter when you go back to that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's kind of like that spot right there in that scene. It kind of gives me that type of
yeah. Look at that, bro.
The way how the animation was done and stuff, and all kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah.
He just is.
That's not gonna work, bro. I'm sorry. That's not
they got
work.
like the robe and the color palette thing, but it's just I don't know the fro thing.
Any of his older designs are better than this. Any single one of them, at least look like an old rat. Like, what is this?
Yeah, I'm not feeling
like an old wizard, you know, like not wizard, but you know, like old.
Not feeling it, man. The afro mullet, not feeling it. The big nose and. Yeah.
I mean, he can have a big nose, but it's like there's a way to make a big nose look right, especially if it's like a rat. I mean, a rat can have a big nose, but it just looks weird. You know, it's like a better way to make a big rat nose.
Stick with the. I feel like they should have stick with the 80s Splinter style. It just kind of riff off of that, you know, not kind of overdo it. Like to me, it just looks like they threw it in the AI generator. Like, okay, yeah, boom.
Yeah.
But
AI did that design, bro. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It did that design, bro. Man, it had
I like the
GPT talk to novel diffusion, and it made that design, bro.
All right, we're going with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see more of the clips and stuff. Maybe kind of,
Yeah,
go
but
on with it. But I don't know.
that Splinter and that April O'Neil like trash, dude. Oh, I forgot Hannibal Buress. I almost don't want to watch it because Hannibal Buress was going to be in it. I almost don't even want to watch it because of him. But
and even with the
let me share my screen. Let me share my screen because any of these designs are way better.
What you got for us? What you got for us, kid?
Any of these, like, dude, just these 4 designs alone.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he looks
like an old rat.
Yeah, he
like,
looks
look
like
at all these.
He looks like a master. You know.
Exactly.
Now,
all these look better.
the Michael Bay one, I wasn't too fond of that one, man. I was like,
I don't even know what the Michael Bay one looks like because I didn't watch the movies. I just refused to watch them.
Yeah, the one over there to what is it? The left middle one. Yeah.
I like the middle. I like the middle right one. The middle one when he has the red. Yeah, that one. That looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a proper master. It looks like he's like an old person that's supposed to be a proper master.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, once I feel like once they reveal a little bit more, I'm pretty sure it all ties in.
That's not gonna save the design.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to, this is a big fan here trying to save it wise, but yeah.
Look at this.
Look again though. I think that if this movie is really funny and really entertaining,
I'll say that. Yeah.
Maybe it'll grow on you. Maybe even egg-shaped fat April O'Neil will grow on you. I'm not sure, but it's going to have to be funny because right now I'm not feeling those 2 character designs at all. They just look.
Yeah, they got a lot to fix with this. They have a lot of funny.
Yeah, they look bad. They look bad, man. And
and look at his new orange, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like like with the humor aspect of it. I really feel like they're gonna play in on that, man. I'm pretty sure. Now, one of the other things too on it, man, it's like I haven't seen no Shredder yet or anything. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen it. You always saw Bebop and Rocksteady.
I've heard that he may not be in this one, but he may. Well, this is supposed to be a three
like a trilogy. Yeah.
So well, my thing is, you can't have Bebop and Rocksteady and not have Shredder.
Well, they could be like they're the first enemies they gotta beat, but they'll hint towards another big bad, which would be the Shredder. So it could work.
Yeah. But this ain't the Baxter character. He's supposed to be like that.
Like the main villain,
big baddie type.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
It's hard for him to be like that. But if you've seen some of the, I forgot which Ninja Turtles it is. Like in front of, it's like Baxter. He'll be kind of like spineless. In front of the like Shredder. I think it was Shredder, whoever he was with at the time. But then when he's not around, that's when you see like him, really doing this. Oh, hold up, he's really more menacing than what the main supervillain is though. But I think they probably might take that route, and then like he might be the one that did the mutant thing, and then got Bebop and Rocksteady, and then he might introduce the Shredder in.
So I mean, I'm gonna go check it out. Even though I don't like some of the directions that they took. Overall, I like the direction they took. I'm really loving the title art too. Like that, where's it Mutant Mayhem? It looks like something like from the 90s, like a Garbage Pail Kids card or something. Text. I like that, and it kind of gives you.
I would say,
excuse me. Go ahead.
Hold on, you get I would say like when I first just saw just the title, I was like, oh man, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But then once I saw like the characters, I'm like, okay, it fits the style with it.
That's funny because I like the title. I think the title, it gives me like a 90s, late 80s, early 90s vibe. So man, I like it. It's probably one of my favorite parts about the whole thing so far. I hope they don't drop the ball. Now I heard that the controversies have already gotten people kind of like, so there's already a lot of bad press around this. So
that won't help our future movies. Yeah, they're trying to make big movies, so they gotta really do good in this first movie. They really want to do it.
That's why I think they say go woke, go broke, or something like that. Man, that it's not always true. It really isn't, but there is some truth to it with some things, man. You mess around with stuff too much, man. Especially classic stuff. It'd be different if they make new stuff, new interesting stuff.
People wouldn't care if it's too so, but it's like you're ruining people's childhoods to a certain degree with they're fond of. Like, why are you changing something that I'm used to and I already like?
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like all the second tier Marvel characters we have now. It's like I don't want to see a black version of Captain America. Just give me a new character. Like we still haven't seen Blue Marvel in Marvel the MCU yet. And he's a cool character. He has a cool backstory. He's powerful. He's strong. He's basically like a Superman, Black Superman in Marvel Comics. You know, but no, we get Black Captain America or Kang. Who cares about Kang? Nobody cares about Kang.
I mean, they messed up with the new movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I mean, people could have cared about Kang if he was written properly, but the fact that no one really cared about him that much to begin with, and you wrote just have horrible lines. It's just So
yeah, kind of take it.
Yeah, but I'm somewhat looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it. When did this come out? It comes out was that January, February, March, April, May, June, July? Was that August?
August 4th.
So yeah, we'll go check it out. We'll go check. Because when you first told me about it, I thought it was gonna be a series, another series. So I'm kind of glad it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be like I can just get in, get out. I'm gonna sit there and wait for it to come out every week. We can just go watch it.
Yeah,
so that's really all I got to say about it, guys.
So what about the soundtrack and all, man? I really feel like they captured that New York vibe right there, especially with A Tribe Called Quest. That they really went
I would
with
have
the whole
to.
vibe, 'cause
it didn't. I heard it. The Yes We Can part. I heard it. I'm gonna have to look at it again to really kind of. So this is my first time watching. I'm gonna look at it a few more times, really digest it. The two main things that stood out to me, of course, was April O'Neil and Shredder. So maybe I was distracted by that a little bit too much to really pay that much attention. But the music didn't make me think like, oh man, this music is horrible. It doesn't fit. It sounded about right. So yeah.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
It seemed like they're tying all in. I'm just ready for another trailer too, man. I don't know when they're gonna drop.
Yeah, because this is a teaser. This ain't even a full trailer. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll see some more.
I hope we get to hear Master Splinter's voice. That's what I want to hear. How they gonna have his voice?
Yeah.
They mess with his voice, but I'm sorry, bro. He's going. That's gonna be horrible. Because with that design, he has a bad voice too. He's not gonna be relatable.
Yeah.
Nah. Because even with Bebop and Rocksteady, man, I really kind of feel that it's kind of overdoing it. I mean, you see like little clips, but they look a little too. I don't know. It's a little too much.
I remember liking Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, I like, but it's just.
But
I guess I got to see some more.
Yeah, it was fast though.
Yeah, it was real fast, but even when you had it paused, it's like I don't know, it's a little too much for me. I mean, it's like
there we go.
I don't know, maybe I can see more of it like that. It's just like, but I mean, like it's too much. It's like,
I like that better than Splinter. I like that.
Yes, but that's way better than Splinter.
The proportions.
A lot better.
The proportions in this anime is very stubby. Everyone has very stubby proportions. So
yeah.
So that is one thing, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it though.
Yeah.
I don't like it for.
I
don't like it for April O'Neil.
Yeah,
I don't like it for April O'Neil though. That egg shape, that got to go. That got to go.
Splinter's still pretty bad too. I'm sorry, Splinter. He has it worse in April. They treated it worse in April.
Yeah, Splinter's probably the worst. He's the worst for sure.
That's the worst, bro. He didn't look like he belongs in this movie. That's the problem. Yeah. He doesn't look like he belongs. Like,
one thing I do like though, I like how they didn't try to make it perfect. Like, because if you look at the radio, that
it's kind of stylish.
Yeah, and the angles aren't 100% right. Because you look at the bottom angle of the radio compared to the top angle is off, but it looks like a drawing, like someone drew it. So it has a very style. Even his nose is kind of crooked. So I like the style, man. It almost looks like a late middle school, early high school artist drew it, but they're really good, but they're still inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. So I'm liking it. I like the art style for sure. I like the direction that they gone in. I just don't like some of the design choices. All the turtles look pretty good. Mm-hmm. The turtles all look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking up, man. You want the actual 3D art wise on the 2D? Mean, I'm definitely feeling that style. It just got me interested in that, man, especially Into the Spiderverse.
That April O'Neil looks horrendous, though. She looks horrendous.
He's still on the April.
She looks horrible.
So Splinter's way worse. This is way worse.
Yeah, she looks horrible. But guys, that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah.
We'll revisit it when it comes out. Yeah, we'll revisit it. So, any last words, Carbonex?
Actually, Splinter's design is horrible. They need to change that. If they're going to a new movie, like somehow he needs to magically go gray hair or something. I'm sorry, he's the haircut.
Yeah, I don't know. Gray hair, yeah. But what about you, King 81? Any last words?
One thing I can say is, was it August 8th? Can't come fast enough, man. I'm ready to see this movie, man. I mean, this tease of it. Oh man, I think I've watched this trailer like every day, man. You know, to be honest with you. But I'm just interested to see this world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. I mean, we've been getting so many different stories from it. Even with the Last Ronin and stuff and all too. Some interesting. Even the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, I do like the take on that. So you know, just something. It's still hitting. It's still going, man. You know. Yeah. And it's just interesting to see, man. You know, I've seen like the making of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like when it was first coming out, and you know, the people get it out there. You know, at first, ain't nobody's gonna like this thing. And there's one dude, can't call his name, but he was really promoting them, man, trying to get it out and stuff. And you know, that was ever since back then. And you know, this franchise is still going, man. You know, I mean. You know they got so many licenses of it, man. I mean, it's and like I said, you know, still remember seeing this for the first time when I was young and getting excited, and then seeing this trailer, it took me back to that too. So I mean, the other ones got me excited, but I feel like this one's like a more fresher take on it. Yeah. This one and the Rise, and also the Last Ronin, man. You know, it's got me, you know, feeling that excitement again with it. So I'm always say it can't come fast enough. That's all I got to say.
I don't think I'm as excited as you, but I am intrigued. I'm curious to see where they're going to take it. I hope that it's not agenda filled, and it's, you know, they just tell a good story. I'm not saying you can't have more morals and stuff in it, or you're trying to. I'm not even saying you shouldn't have messages, but just make a good story, man. So we'll see. We'll see. But
let's don't make it apply to the modern day. Unless it's like a kids film. Don't make it apply to the modern day. Make it apply within their universe. I mean, that's the same. You talk about stuff, you know.
Well, it is the modern day because when they showed the skyline for New York City, they had the new World Trade Center, so it is modern day. But with that, guys, thanks everyone for dropping in and listening to our opinions on this. Check out our last podcast, our favorite underrated movies. What was that, episode 6? Check out episode 6, our favorite underrated movies. And next week we might be doing Gladiator versus Troy. What is the better movie versus Gladiator versus Troy? And with that, everyone, goodbye, thank you, and salutations. What does that mean anyway? I said it because I said that because I've always heard people say it. But what does that mean? And salutations. Hold on. I gotta look that up real quick. Salutations.
Look it up.
What the
man, we gotta end it on a Ninja Turtle note, man. With that turtle power.
Cowabunga.
Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit.
Salutations. A gesture or utterance made as a greeting or acknowledgement of another's arrival or departure. So it's appropriate. It's appropriate. But cowabunga instead. All right, guys. See you next week.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm hungry for some pizza, though, too. So, you know.
All right, we're out of here.
All right, fellas.
Yep.
Lucent Studio.